Always watching TV.
I didn't have a template. We was in the studio, and it was just somebody else's template, and I just got in such a good groove and rapping that I was just like, leave it. I ain't feel like recording it over.
But you know, they'll really make you stand out your voice and tone, then you talk slow like you from the South, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do know that. I mean,
I
but
don't like
I,
it. I
I,
don't wonder
I, I
why
was
you went
thinking
to the
that.
auto tune side.
Yeah, somebody else would ask me that too. And then when I was on the phone with this kid named Just Listen, he was like, "Yo, you know why you was on the auto tune, right? You was in my template." Like, 'cause we was just sitting in the studio, and I was like, "Yo, I need to record today." He was like, "Yo, the engineer ain't come yet. He just kept taking so long." So I brought the mic in the A room and just started recording, and I just got in such a good groove. I was just like, just leave it, just leave it. And then when the
Oh
guy mixed it,
man,
he started
believe
mixing.
that.
He
I,
was like,
I,
"Yo,
I,
whose record is this? Who is this for?" He thought I was writing it for somebody. And then the more he started listening and he started tweaking everything, he's like, "Yo, I'm putting this out. You put it out, or I'm gonna put it out." He's like, "Make it. You never gonna put this stuff out. It's just gonna be on your hard drive." He's like, "I'm gonna put it out." It's like, "No, I'm gonna put it out."
yeah, nigga ain't never heard no bars like that on no auto tune.
I
Yo,
didn't even
Mace.
think about that. I didn't even think about that till somebody else said that. So I definitely keep that in mind. I never really record with auto tune ever.
Don't make that your style, bro.
It's definitely not.
You did it right then, but you know what I'm saying. You know, I'm, I'm
Yeah,
a
we
long
love
time
your
fan. Nigga. Don't do
voice.
it, bro. Yeah, it's your voice, bro.
Yo, Mace. When it's all said and done, what do you think Puffy's legacy is gonna be?
That's a
I
good
don't. I
question.
don't. That's a good one, but I don't decide that. I think for the people that only care about money, which is a large part of people, it would be great. But for the people, I think I think for the people who have done it and they didn't have to do that, it won't be respected as great. You know what I'm saying? Like there's people when you think about like you see how there's Barry Gordy, right? But then there's Quincy Jones and different people. It's like how you're respected in the room of other great movers and shakers is different than how we think the public see a person.
That
So
makes
You know what
perfect
I'm saying?
sense.
I'm glad Stan Bravo brought it back to Puffy
Yeah.
because I have a question about that as well.
And you wanna be good in every
You should elaborate on that, mate. That's important. What you're saying. It's
yeah, like
classic.
you wanna be good like you wanna be good in every room. Like there's some rooms I would go in, there's people that respect me. Some rooms I go in, people have absolutely no respect for me. I wanna be respected in every room. So then there's different things I gotta do. There's changes I gotta make in the way I do things. Cause there's gonna be certain niggas that feel like they could disrespect me. And I come from a culture where respect is everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you normally won't get me to do anything if I don't respect you. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hey,
that's
mate. Hey,
Was you
Mace, I was
dissing?
in here.
Was you dissing P Diddy on that Oracle too? Was
huh?
y'all still got beat right now?
Oh yeah, he was going at Diddy on Oracle too.
Man,
Yo,
Yeah,
people,
you
I don't
ain't
know
hear
if
the
people
Stan,
pay
bars?
you out
attention.
Oh
of
my
here,
God, send
Stan.
him to
You
the
out of
group.
here, Stan.
I
Yeah,
thought
But
P
send
Diddy
at
him
the
was
to
same
the
saying,
time, at the same
yo,
time, that's
Mace.
why I felt. That's why I feel that Master P will always get respect because he always do right by the people. I've never heard not one negative thing about Master P.
I
Like you know
think
what I'm
and,
saying?
and I
You
think
been looking at
honestly
Clubhouse.
to a lot of CEOs credit, when you start working with different artists, it's hard. I'm seeing that as people that I may have signed and different things. It's hard working with different personalities, especially and many of you that are CEOs and people running your own labels, you know it. You may have one artist who's really a go getter. You may have another artist that's super dope, but they're super lazy. You get what I'm saying? You may have another
Word.
person
Yo,
can't
mate,
finish
what?
a record, but they always want to be in the studio. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot
Hell yeah.
that goes into it. When you sign artists, you got to be like their counselor, you got to be their banker, you got to be their their confidant. You got so they could
Yo,
tell
Mace,
you
what
all
you
their
think? What you
business.
think made you take so long to come out on Puff? What made you wait so long?
Can you just
Um,
try to not interrupt Mace when he's talking?
Yeah, let him finish.
yeah, you got to be all these things to an artist, and then about time they actually have success, they pretty much owe you everything they're about to make.
Can you explain that Fivio situation again, man? I came in and you was kind of in the middle of it, but I heard you say some real shit at the end of it. But
Oh, I said the when I met Fabio, I was signing them all as a group. I never signed Fabio and came to him as a solo artist. So that's where a lot of the translation get lost. It was a kid named JD that I was really excited about and really excited about working with. He had a song with other people in the group, and I was saying, okay, if that's your man and you ain't gonna do nothing without him, I might as well sign him too. Now think about that. So I don't know this guy. I don't know his background. I'm really just rolling the dice. He has
Yo, mate, you talk about OMB,
wait,
JD?
wait, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, he's fire, man. He's the one, man. Forget
So
Fabio, man. But
Yeah, but
so
Fabio's
you gotta, you
fire,
gotta,
bro.
but you gotta let
don't
him
do
finish.
all
You
that,
gotta let him
brother.
finish that
wait, let
story.
me
Hold
let me
on,
finish.
let him
So I
finish that story, kid. That's
no, so when I heard him, I was like, yo, but his friend is dope too. And that was Fabio. His friend is dope. Like, I don't belittle niggas, I don't take no jabs at niggas, I just shoot straight. His friend is dope too, but I'm here really to sign him. But if they want to be a group, I'll sign all of them. Now, my paperwork with him has me taking nothing from him, no publishing, and if I'm not taking nothing from you, then I'm only getting a regular amount of money. So if I'm getting a regular amount of money, it can't be no super money I'm giving you because I'm not really here for you. I'm here for him, but I'll take the group. So I understand how a person could feel like, yo, he wasn't there to do that. Then when I start listening to Favi, I'm like, yo, this nigga go crazy too. So I brought him down to Atlanta, and then that was when I realized he's the one also. You know what I'm saying? When we got in the studio. But before that, I didn't know nothing other than he was in a gang. I didn't know nothing else. If he's in a gang or not, but it looked like he's in a gang. That's all I really knew. So we
I like
get
to
down
say
there. Let
shout
me
out to
finish.
Freddie.
Let me finish. So I give them money to sign them through a manager. The manager runs off with the money. It was five for each one of them, which turned out to be 20 bands. So when people be like, "Yo, Mace, you gave them 500," I gave 20 bands. I gave 20 bands out of my pocket from no label, no distribution or nothing. I was just investing them. I spent about another 30 in clothes. But then when it was all said and done, they wouldn't show up to shows because of whatever happened. Maybe one day I booked them for a show with somebody I didn't know that they had beef with, so they wouldn't show up to the show. Then they came to a festival. They were supposed to be at a festival. They didn't show up. So then, if you don't show up and somebody run off with the money, it's not hard to figure out what's my next move. My next move is no move. There is no move for me to make. There's no move for me to make. You don't show up. You don't get on a plane. I buy tickets. There's nothing else for me to do. So then I'm not speaking to him because I don't have his contacts. We lose transaction with each other. And then the guy called me out of the streets like, yo, you better show up. We gonna make you sign this paperwork, this and that. I'm like, nigga, you know who you talking to, nigga? You can't punk me, nigga. Are you serious? So they like, yo, we gonna make you sign the paperwork. Not him, but you know, some niggas, random niggas from the street trying to strong arm me out the deal.
Yeah, insert themselves.
And like, yo, such and such want to speak to you. It's like I get on the phone with anybody, but listen, bro, I don't play all that leaning stuff. Like I ain't in no gang, but I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna have you leaning on me, like calling me, telling me what to do. So then they would, to make a long story short, we meet up in New York and we go to Def Jam. I take them up in Def Jam, and this is what people don't share. I take them up in Def Jam, and they wanted to sign him. Paul Rosenberg wanted to sign him right then and there. So then when people see me getting traction, they takes him and he goes and put out a record, Big Trip, right? So then, but he put out the record, Big Trip, and then it's still being ran through Alvon, which is a connection of mine. I put him with Alvon. Alvon runs him through the circuit and do all these things, but I'm not there. But I'm not supposed to be there. People always be like, yo, well, Mase ain't there. I'm not supposed to be going with you from club to club and hood to hood. That's not my role. My role is to handle the business and turn it into money. So he puts the record out. The record started doing extremely well. Now everybody's like, yo, we're going to take him from Mase. It's like, how you think that's going to happen?
Yo, 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 gang, what's the word? We doing big things. It's a commercial break. This video is being sponsored by AlwaysWatchingTV.myspreadshop.com. That's to keep the lights on. That's to keep it moving. So if you appreciate the content, if you rocking with what we got going on over here at Always Watching TV, head on over to AlwaysWatchingTV.myspreadshop.com. We got COVID masks, we got stickers, we got hoodies, male or female, unisex. Just head on over there, see what you want, grab you son. I appreciate y'all. Now let's get right back into the content. Gang.
So I'm waiting on them to prove to me how they gonna take it from me. So then we go to the label, and the label want to offer him one thing, and I called my person I knew got in touch with Tubby. I don't lie about anything. Tubby like, yo, Mace, I gotta have this deal. I told him to give him a number. He gave him a number. Tubby said he'll do it. That was the end of it. Whatever number Def Jam had, somebody else was willing to do double that. So then he could have went one place and got the regular $300,000 deal. And when it was all said and done, we took the money, and I gave him back all of the things that he would have to pay me, like do not a 360, but it was almost close to that. And I gave him all of that back and took the money and split it right down the middle with him. But he owed me a 50, so I needed my 50 back. So he ended up with his half minus 50, and I took what I took, and we was good on that. So when somebody say that, Mace, you only gave him this, no, I actually gave him about 750. If we being like super honest, and I got
Yeah,
paperwork to share.
I
So
ain't like the way
750
people
don't
were
sound
saying
like
you was
five
doing
grand.
him like how Diddy was doing. Like that's
No,
what's
but
been going
when
around.
somebody, you always got to watch who tells you what. It's not. It's like being in court. The information is as valid as the person saying it. So then you got to ask yourself who said that, and then you got to ask yourself why did they say that.
Big fact.
It's it's easy to know why people hate on Mace. It's real easy, cause I'm dangerous with no money. So if I get money, and you already know I'm on my own time, you already know I come in a building. It be over females and what females said, and niggas don't like the fact that I don't work as hard as they work, and people just gravitate to me. So let's say I'm not there for 5 years, and then I show up and I get the same attention. And a nigga is working every day, every year. He's trying to figure out why you still like this nigga. He keep leaving, he coming back, he leaving, he coming back, but she still like him. Why is that a problem to you?